Several years ago, we became aware of a different, unique, and more effective means of improving both an organization's relationship with its clients and a means of ensuring long-term profitability. We all can observe that organizations that do best develop loyal customers, not just satisfied customers. Over the next 10 or 15 minutes, we are going to share with you the advantages and fundamentals of this approach. Let us also suggest that although this approach may be extremely useful to increase profits in a business, it can also be used to build the support for nonprofits and associations, just by substituting the word member or donor for customer. This video is a condensed version of a longer workshop and seminar that we have conducted, and therefore we will highlight the following: the difference between customer loyalty and customer service, perceived value and a positive emotional experience, implementation, and long-term success. Let's start with the difference between what we all know as customer satisfaction and those of customer loyalty. By way of an explanation, let's look at a classroom analogy. If you were taking a class in school, your final grade for the class would be satisfactory, or a C. You passed. You didn't make the honor roll, nor will you be recognized for outstanding performance. In the hotel world, your sheets were clean and the TV remote worked fine. In the retail world, you were welcome into the store with a friendly greeting and the shelves were arranged neatly. In a nonprofit organization, you received a thank you card for your donation. Again, if we apply the classroom analogy to the second approach, you exceeded what was expected and you received an A. That performance may get you onto the honor roll and help you to get a scholarship to your favorite college. In the hotel world, the customer insists on your hotel name whenever they travel and will only accept another if your hotel is full. In the retail business, you tell your friends about the store and they begin to shop there also. In the nonprofit world, the donor contributed every year and in many cases increased their donation. Let's consider the following real-world example. Someone that we knew opened a jewelry store in our small town. My husband wanted to buy a special present for me, but he was very hesitant about buying jewelry because he has very little concept of value in that area. He also has a slight fear that he was going to buy an expensive item that I might not like. Because of his trust in this jeweler, he went to him to buy this important present. Now at this point, the jeweler could have sold him whatever he asked for, or tried to sell him a more expensive item. But instead, he worked through the process of selection, steering my husband toward a decision which provides the best value. Well, the present was a resounding success, and as a result, we have continued to go to him for further purchases and told everyone we knew what a great jeweler he is. As a result of that and other recommendations, his business has gone through the roof. Why do people line up, even the night before, at an Apple store the day of a new product introduction? This doesn't happen at the Samsung store or the Nokia store for the same event. Well, because for these Apple fans, there is a perceived value in having the latest Apple product, which is sometimes difficult to explain. The Apple brand name is perceived as being the coolest stuff. It has greater value than anything the competitors have to offer. Another example is the service one receives at Neiman Marcus is a perceived value worth the extra cost. Perceived value is that extra value a customer places on your products and services over that of your competitors. Disney created that value in his theme parks, Harley-Davidson in its motorcycles. The first step in the development of loyal customers is to examine each point of contact between your customer or potential customer and your company. Is your parking lot so crowded that they have to park down the street? Is your storefront attractive and inviting? Are you warmly greeted as you enter? Are the displays neatly arranged? Is the staff helpful and courteous? Is the pricing system easy to understand? If you buy a computer or software, is the technical service helpful? All of these are points of connection. Next, does each point of contact produce a positive emotional experience? Yes, I said a positive emotional experience. Haven't you gotten angry when you had to stay on the phone for 15 minutes waiting for someone to help you? Isn't that emotional? Haven't you gotten angry if in order to get in the store you had to walk through a parking lot with large puddles? And finally, haven't you gotten angry when you had a 9:30 appointment and had to sit outside for an hour waiting your turn? On the opposite side, weren't you happy when you called tech service and had your issue quickly resolved, or that you returned a defective product and were given a new one without question? So initially, you must identify the points of connection and turn them all into positive emotional experiences. A well-planned and executed customer loyalty program is within reach of most businesses and organizations and will produce long-term profitability and success. What's the cost of losing a customer? Studies have shown that it costs 3 times more to find a new customer than to retain an existing one. We often take our current customers for granted. What's the cost of losing a valued employee? Valued employees are those who want to do a good job and properly service your customers. They will quickly become sour if they have to deal with difficult situations and angry customers. It is often said that if you treat your employees right, they will treat your customers right. Well, the opposite is also true. Creating a competitive advantage through value added. For Walmart, price is their competitive advantage. For the rest of us, a customer loyalty plan can be an effective means of developing that advantage. So how do you create a customer satisfaction program? Well, you start with having some outside firm training your staff to understand the importance of satisfying the customer and some ways to do it. You may also bring in some outside group to provide seminars for your staff. Many also develop rules to be used in dealing with customers. At the checkout counter at my local supermarket, regardless of who the cashier is, I'm always greeted with a friendly hello, asked if I found everything, and finally asked if I would like help getting the groceries to the car. It's all very polite, but after the third occurrence, it's obviously a company rule. Now, how about a customer loyalty program? Here you start by making it part of your business strategy. It's part of your mission statement and central to your success. It encompasses more than just training your frontline staff. The parking lot, storefront appearance, pricing policies, and return procedures all must be considered. It's not a feel-good program. It's a business plan. It doesn't just train employees, it empowers them to make positive emotional decisions when there are no rules to follow. It then must be communicated to everyone in the organization on the basis of, this is how we do business here, and it must be communicated often. Most important is to lead by example. That means the owner, president, manager, not just the frontline people. This strongly reinforces the objective. A slip up here and everyone could quickly lose faith. So to review the things that we've discussed today, we discussed the customer satisfaction versus customer loyalty definition. We've also defined perceived value and points of connection. And we've also told you to focus on long-term success with a plan. As we said earlier, this presentation provides the highlights of a seminar or workshop conducted at organizational or annual meetings and conferences. It is also part of a development program which has been used in many companies and organizations. To learn more, please call us at 910-575-1286, or you can email me at linda@plangoals.com.